I'm ranking the best weighted vests and plate carriers of 2026. Everything from must-buys all the way down to absolute dumpster fires. I have the new hyped releases and got some fan favorites that unfortunately have fallen off. The No Fate channel checking in. Jonathan here, and let's start right off with probably the most well-known name brand of all plate carriers, the 511 TacTec. And this thing blew up in popularity because of its association and collaboration and sponsorship of CrossFit and the CrossFit Games. On paper, this thing absolutely stacked. You get molly-webbing and Velcro in the front. You get molly-webbing and Velcro in the rear. You get support cable running from the front all the way to the rear. And you also get thick, beautiful honeycomb fabric that sits against your skin or your clothing and is just ultra comfortable.
Forget about it.
They actually use some exceptionally heavy-duty materials on this thing so that it's going to last in any element that you can put it through. They even put in the rear a pull cord so your buddy can carry you out of a firefight if you are wounded, which is exceptionally useful here in my home gym. With all of these amazing features and with so many other plate carriers copying the 511 TacTec, why is it actually landing on my D tier? And that has to do with cost. Coming in currently $250, and that's just for the vest. That's not even for the plates. And no, this isn't made in America. To put that into perspective, that $250 is more than double the second highest weighted vest cost on today's list. I mean, this thing is made to be storming the beaches of Normandy or on a SWAT team clearing buildings. For a home gym or general fitness, it is just the definition of overkill and overpriced. And now it's time for a new take on a fan favorite, the North Gym plate carrier. You get molly webbing and Velcro, front and back. You also get a pocket up here in the front for your keys, your phone, gel packs, protein bar. Plus, you get breathable material throughout the entire vest. But this thing separates itself in a number of ways from much of the competition. For those of you on the Clydesdale division, you want something that can expand because you're just an absolute grayback gorilla. This has a double buckle system allowing you to actually just expand this if you happen to be on the larger side.
I'd say about a deuce and a half. Not bad.
Most plate carriers are loaded from the bottom up. The North Gym is loaded from the side. Now, this is a nice feature in terms of the longevity of your weighted vest because the Velcro that's supporting and holding that plate into place isn't going to have any additional stress on it. The next three key features are the main reason you need to have the North Gym on your short list of weighted vests to buy. And number one is the fact that it is shorter than most of the weighted vests out there by about 2 inches. Also, it's meant to sit really up high on your chest. These two features alone give you the ability to have more room on your diaphragm. So when you are running, shadow boxing, doing burpees or push-ups or even air squats, it's going to be easier to breathe, and that goes a long way in terms of comfort. And another feature that is constantly overlooked in terms of getting a great fit and feel on your plate carrier are the plates. Now, North Gym was one of the first to actually have curved plates, and this curve creates a more natural form factor both on your chest and back. And when you've got flat plates, it feels as though you're almost slapping 2 lunch trays to your body before you go and work out. It can get uncomfortable. And having that curve, while it is gradual, does make a big difference. And bonus feature, the North Gym plate carrier comes in 10 different color options. Well, why is that important? Because when I'm at the park, I don't need people thinking I'm going full Mad Max. I strap on the pink or the bright orange, and people know real quick that I'm just getting after that cardio. The newest drop, the newest release when it comes to plate carriers on the market is the Rep Fitness Strata. And this thing comes in swinging. It has all the features you would want in a plate carrier. Molly webbing and Velcro, front and back. You get a pretty deep pocket in here to store everything you could imagine, all your everyday carry stuff and then some. A nice durable handle on the back side. And no, it's not for your buddy to pull you out of a firefight. It's literally just to make it easier to carry or even to hang. When it comes to a weighted vest, how it sits against your body makes all the difference in the world. And when it comes to the Rep Fitness Strata, they didn't skimp on anything. It comes with beautiful honeycomb, but this honeycomb isn't just for show. It is ultra thick, ultra breathable. Not only do they put it front and back, they also put it on the shoulders and where this is gonna sit on your rear delts. I know the camera isn't even doing this justice, but in terms of comparison of quality, this is right up there, as good, if not better, than the TacTec 511. When it comes to weight plates, Rep Fitness thought of it all. Not only do you get these nice two handles and tons of different weight options, you get a really nice curve here at the top, so it's gonna sit against your body perfectly. You also get what's referred to as a swimmer's cut or a shooter's cut. That's gonna give you more range of motion on your body when you're training, whether you're doing kettlebell swings, pull-ups, running, shadow boxing. It's gonna allow you to have your arms move much more freely than if this was like wider and more squared off. On top of that, they've even released a more flexible plate option that I haven't had a chance to get my hands on, but if you really want to maximize comfort, that might be the way to go. You can get a solid fit around the waist with these Velcro straps. But Rep Fitness, they went a step further. Oftentimes when you put on your plate carrier or weighted vest, you'll find that, you get it snug and then it may loosen up on you, or you just kind of like, sometimes you want it a little bit looser between sets. They actually added these little pull cords on the side. So once you have this on, you can dial in how tight you want this or quickly loosen this up without having to take the whole thing off. And oh yeah, by the way, comes in super reasonably priced. Forget that TacTec crazy price tag. As of today, this is $109 on their website. I'll put a link in the description. That comes in underneath so many of the Amazon knockoffs that are out there. Absolutely overpowered S tier. Not only is it the best release of the year, but man, oh man, I would argue that this is the best weighted vest dollar for dollar in 2026. Hey yo, if you're looking for a weighted vest, you check out the links in the description. And if you don't want to buy a weighted vest, that's okay too. We got something down there for everyone. Pre-workouts, energy drinks, discounted toilet papers. But remember, when you use those links in the description, you let the bad guy know so that I can send you a small token of my appreciation. Now, some of you are only going to be using a weighted vest like once a year, or you just want to have it in your arsenal, but you don't want to pay an arm and a leg. You're looking for the best budget version, and I got you covered. It's been the same answer across the years, and that is to make your own. How do you do it? It's only going to cost you $60. You go on Amazon, links in the description, and you get yourself an airsoft vest. It's just like all the vests that I've been showing you. Then you go and get two 10-pound budget plates from Walmart, and you stick one in the front, one in the back. Bob's your uncle, you've got a 20-pound vest that's going to get the job done on the few occasions that you actually use it. Now, if you really want to go all in on this budget DIY weighted vest, you get yourself some zip ties and cardboard, and you make yourself a weight plate sandwich. You put a piece of cardboard on each side, you cut out that cardboard so that it's gonna fit inside of that airsoft vest nice and tight, and then you zip tie it down through the middle of the weight plate, and boom, all in, this should run you $60, and the value to performance on this thing is gonna be through the roof. Now, it's not going to feel as nice as the top tier ones on today's list, but it will get the job done. What about the sand-filled weighted vests? You know the ones. Every soccer mom power walking around the neighborhood seems to be wearing one. Yeah, we're gonna just skip those. The truth is, you can't adjust the weight on those, you can't get a tight fit, and as soon as you try to jog or run with those bad boys, it feels like you're wearing a beanbag chair. All right, this one kinda hurts because it used to be a must buy on my tier list, and now it's kind of fallen by the wayside. This is the Wolf Tactical Plate Carrier, essentially a TacTec clone. It delivers everything that you would want on a TacTec minus the pull strap to have your buddy pull you out of a combat situation, but it had the supporting wire, Velcro, molly webbing, pocket, the works, really nice material, and they started to raise their prices while they actually dropped the quality. Now you can see they removed the wire and everything like looks the same on paper, so to speak. It looks exactly the same, but the quality of the inside mesh, this is the thing that's going to be sitting against your body, at least in my opinion, has gone down when I compare it to the original. And even the quality of the Velcro straps that go along the side have been changed where they just feel a lot cheaper. Now, to be fair, they have transitioned from flat plates to curved plates now as an option, but when the quality goes down and the price goes up, you hate to see it.
No!
C tier, and maybe like C plus tier if you can find it on sale. What about the ultra heavy weighted vests that have those little iron bricks in the front and the back? Those are both good and bad. One of the good things about them is that they usually can go on and come off quite quickly, quite easily. On top of that, you are able to adjust the weight. So some days you're feeling like 40 pounds, great. Some days you're feeling like 10 and a half, perfect. The truth is, more often than not, you're gonna find a weight that you like and you're just gonna stick to it. You're not gonna change those plates out very often. On top of that, those metal ingots are going to add thickness on the front and the back, and it's gonna limit your range of motion, especially on exercises like burpees, push-ups, and pull-ups. To add insult to injury, the price point on these vests tend to be high compared to comparable competition. These are gonna end up in the B tier if you can find them on sale. And now it's time. It is time for my final thoughts. And should you be utilizing a weighted vest in your training? 100%. Whether you are looking to be tougher to kill, whether you want to just look good naked, maybe you just want to wear it while you walk around the block or cut your grass. A weighted vest is a versatile tool to add to your arsenal. Maybe you're training for hyrox, maybe you want to be a CrossFit champion, be the world's fittest man or woman, or maybe you just want a little bit of spice in your workout life. You got to go with the weighted vest. Now, if I was gonna start all over and I didn't have this huge stack of them already, which one would I buy? I would 100% go with either the Strata from Rep Fitness or I would go with the North Gym vest, which both of them are solid options. Both of them have curved plates. Both of them will last you a lifetime. I would go with 20 pounds because 20 pounds gets heavy pretty quick for me, but you gotta do you. Let me know if you're going to be taking on the Memorial Day Murph Hero WOD this year. And if you want to see Murph absolutely destroy me, then check out this video. Obviously, use the links in the description. They do support the channel. But most importantly, don't save anything for the trip back.
Did we just become best friends?
Yup!